this was actually pretty decent. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a new book review of A Gentleman's Guide to Scandal by Kathleen Kimmel. This was published this month, June 2016. I believe it was last week. I purchased my own copy. I did not receive an advance copy, but if anybody wants to send me advance copies of any new books coming out, feel free to do so. This book is published by Berkeley Sensation. It is a historical romance novel set in 1817 Regency England. It is 298 pages long, which may seem a little short, but the print is really, really small, which could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how easily you get lost in the little print. I got a little bit lost occasionally, but nothing major. The main characters are Colin Spencer, the Marquess of Farley, and Lady Eleanor Hargrove. There will be some minor spoilers in the synopsis, but nothing that is going to ruin your enjoyment of the book. Going back to 1812, which is 5 years before the events of this book, Colin has realized he is in love with Eleanor. But this is a problem because Eleanor's twin brother, Martin, is his best friend. So he tries and tries and tries and realizes he just needs to stay away from her. He leaves the house. He's always gone over to the house and he decides he's going to stay away. So fast forward 5 years, he's getting engaged to a woman he barely knows so he can finally forget about Eleanor. Well, you know how well that's going to go. And Eleanor is currently staying with his family because she has been best friends with his family for a long time, and she is helping the youngest sister sort of come out into society, trying to find her a husband. Because Eleanor is 30 at this point, she's basically a confirmed spinster, so it's no big deal that she's staying with the family and helping out the youngest sister. The main plot line besides the romance is the mysterious death of Colin's oldest sister. This happened before the events of the book. They all know about it. It occurs very early. You learn about it very early in the book, so definitely not a major spoiler or anything. And Eleanor and the youngest sister, Colin's youngest sister, are investigating, and Colin is investigating on his side. And of course, they meet in the middle, and fun things happen. Of course, Eleanor doesn't really like Colin, or she doesn't think she likes him. She finds him very unnerving, very intimidating, and he has a really bad time expressing himself properly. He always insults her and he doesn't mean to, so she kind of hates him, and he really likes her but is trying really hard to avoid her and always says the wrong thing. But they wind up in a situation where they sort of need to cooperate. They wind up going to this sexy masquerade and things happen. They learn more stuff, and this eventually goes on more and more to the conclusion of the novel. As far as my review goes, I generally enjoyed this novel. I was actually very pleasantly surprised because whenever you go in with a new author, you never know what you're going to get, how good they're going to be. This is only her second novel. The first one is A Lady's Guide to Ruin, and I was concerned because I saw this was a second novel. I was concerned that you might need to read the first one to understand what's going on in this one. But I also like reading the second or third novels in these series because it can tell you how good an author is at keeping the story condensed to one book. And I'd say she actually did a pretty good job of it. The only thing is that she did spoil events from the first novel. I read other authors where they refer to something happened, but they won't speak of it. That way you can still enjoy the previous novels and not know little mysteries that are going on, but it is spoiled in this one. So if you are interested in this author, you may want to read the first book first and then this one. But overall, I actually really enjoyed it. One of the best things, of course, was the chemistry between the characters. They are very frustrated with each other. Colin likes her, but gets frustrated with her, and she is annoyed with him because he always acts like she's, horrible And so they fight, and it's really, it's really good. It's really good chemistry. And the author did a really good job of making them seem like a believable couple. Also, the sex was pretty decent in here. There was not enough of it, in my opinion, but it was very good considering the chemistry of the characters, and it was really great when they finally got to it. But that's also a negative. There was a lot of missed opportunity here for the sex and how sexy it could be. They go, like I said, they go to this mysterious, masquerade, sexy time thing. And when you read it, you're thinking that this is going to be so good, so sexy, so hot. And it starts that way. It starts getting there. But there's a lot of missed opportunity. It could have been way, way sexier, way better than it was. And I'm not talking erotica here. I'm just talking, amp it up a bit. It was good because the chemistry between the characters was good, but there could have been more. And that's what frustrates me, because this book would have gotten a higher rating from me had it been more. And on that note, my hotness rating for this novel is a 7 out of 10. It is definitely sexier than average because the characters are so good, but with all the missed opportunities, I don't really think that it's, going to be a go-to book, get in the mood or anything. And it may be one of the reasons I won't reread it again, because as much as I love these characters, I don't feel like the sexual payoff is good enough for this, for this story. And my overall rating for this novel is an A-. And there's one big reason for that besides the sex, the missed opportunities with the sex. And that is I found myself getting really bored with the main plot line. I didn't care at all about them finding out about, the death of his sister and who did it and everything, because it's another character you've never met, and you have no investment in it. Had it been somebody, a lot of times in these novels, it'll be the girl or the guy has a specific issue that is specific to them, like they're in debt, or they have a relative that's going to claim their property or something like that, that's very immediate. This was not so much immediate as more of they're just trying to figure out a mystery from many years ago. And I wasn't all that invested in it. I was more invested in the characters, so I kept saying, just forget about the sister, just, have your interactions, because I like the characters. So that's why I gave it an A- rather than anything higher. But I didn't give it anything lower because I read this very quickly because I was very interested in it. It's a very quick read. If you sit down, read it. It won't take you too long, and it will keep you entertained. And yeah, so that is my review of A Gentleman's Guide to Scandal. If you've read this book, go ahead and leave a comment down below as to what you thought about it. If you liked this video, go ahead and thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, please let me know what you would like to see more from me, what you'd like me to change, because I'm very new at this still. I'm very new at editing, and so I'm definitely looking for feedback. If you are an author or you know one and you would like me to review your book, go ahead and either comment down below or send me a message and we can discuss doing that. You don't have to be a famous author or anything. You can literally just put something up on Amazon for the Kindle library, and I don't have a problem taking a look at that. We can just get into the details, through email. And yeah, and if there are any books that you guys would like me to take a look at for possible review in the future, go ahead and let me know. I can't guarantee that I'll be able to get a copy of it or review it, but I'll definitely try. And alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next review. Bye!